Good evening, Right fans. I'm your host, Andria Redlin of Right. Please give me a like and subscribe and share this video with your fellow writers because they're going to need it. And also take a look at my blog that I just launched. It's called Lock, Stock, and Barrel. You'll find that down at the bottom, so you can click on that. What are my biggest pet peeves when I talk to wannabe writers and they come out of the woodwork when you tell people that you're a writer? Number one, I've been thinking about writing children's books for a long time. And I'm like, oh, that's great. So, what kind of books do you like to read? I'm not really that fond of reading. Really? Give me a break, you know? If you don't like reading, what makes you want to write in the first place? I mean, really, why do you want to do something that is going to be 10 times as hard if you don't like to explore the material you're trying to create in the first place? I mean, it's like trying to run a 5K marathon and you haven't even walked around the block yet. Seriously, just shut up and read and don't even talk to me about writing until you can say, yeah, I read at least this genre, you know. Okay, number two, I get this a lot from a lot of wannabe writers. I just don't have time for writing. Oh, bull. You really think I have the time? I work full time, I take care of the house, I do this, I do that. Even most of the days of my week, I probably get 1 hour of free time, Monday through Friday. And you want to know how I find time to write? I do it on my lunch breaks at work. Because sometimes that's the only writing I'll get done for that whole week. Is for that little half hour. I'm sitting there eating my food, scribbling away. And then on weekends or Friday nights when I can stay up a little later, then I put all of that into my keyboard. All of that into my computer. Trust me, you have the time to write. You just got to learn to carve out those hours anytime you can. You know, if you have the time to watch funny cat videos on YouTube, you've got the time to write. You might have to sacrifice those hours you spend watching marathons of Downton Abbey, but trust me, nobody has the time to write, but they really do if they put their mind to it and make a few sacrifices. If you don't like making sacrifices, maybe writing's not for you. Okay, number three. But I don't want a blog. Guess what? I don't want a blog either. I don't want a platform. I really don't. You know, think of all the time I'm spending blogging and trying to market myself when I could be spending all that time writing more books. But guess what? If you don't create an online presence, publishers are not going to want to pick you up. You're going to have a really hard time finding an agent, and they're just not going to see you as marketable. And you'll probably sell maybe a grand total of 10 copies. And those 10 copies will be bought by your mother, your father, your grandmother, your sister, your brother, your son, your boyfriend, your friends at work. You get the picture. You're not going to sell a lot, trust me. Okay, number four. Gee, once I publish my book, I could quit my day job. No, I'm about to burst another bubble. I will tell you that the most successful authors out there, they have 10 books or more in print, okay? Whether they're self-published or traditionally published. You have to have content, you have to have material, you have to have something to sell, okay? And if you want to sell, you have to market. And yeah, I know that word leaves a bitter taste in my mouth too, you know, but you gotta do it. It's the harsh reality. Number five, I just don't feel like writing today. Well, when are you gonna feel like it? After Downton Abbey or after a few rounds of Fortnite? You know, I don't feel like writing either sometimes, but you know what? If you want writing to be your day job, you need to start treating it like a day job. When I get home from work, I do a couple of chores around the house, I make dinner, clean up the kitchen, and then I go right upstairs, I do my social media marketing, and then I make myself write something. I don't care if it's a blog post. I don't care if it's one paragraph in my current work in progress. I make myself do it because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't want to work a day job anymore. But you know what? You have to treat writing like a job if you want it to be your job. Okay, and last but not least, number 6. You know, once I finally do get this book written, my idea is going to be worth millions. I don't think so. Not unless your name is Stephen King. Because a lot of ideas just suck. I will tell you that. I get so many people who are like, oh yeah, you know, I got this great idea. My life was really horrible growing up, and I just think everybody would like to read about it. No, they don't. Because memoirs have been done so many times. Tragic sob stories have been done so many times. And that is the most common theme that people want to write about these days. People who claim to have a book in them. They just don't sell. Not really. Not unless you're famous. Not unless you've been kidnapped like Michelle Knight. You know, they are not going to sell. I hate to break it to you. If you want your idea to be worth millions, then you better be really, really great at marketing, because that's the only way it's going to work. Okay, well, that's about all I have for you today. Please bombard me with questions in the comments. Please give my website a visit, www.andriaredlin.com, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!